during one stream. Hello, everyone. We're back. Welcome. We've got Sly 3 up now. We can hear me now, surely. We're back with another run. We've got Bacon's block starting up now, beginning with Sly 3, Chapter 5. I'll pass over to him to introduce the run specifically. Let's go.
Yeah, hello everyone, I'm back. Back from the train wreck that was my Sly 1 run, and here on to Sly 3. And yep, and again here's Sly Sonic as well.
Hello, I'm here as well.
Yeah. But yeah, Sly 3, better game. Also doing episode 5, the best episode of the game. Also gonna play in Finnish, because episode 5 has to be played in Finnish. It's just a fact of life.
Absolutely.
But yeah, if we are all ready, then we can start the run in 3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh, good luck.
GL.
Good lucks. Okay, we got some bad guard RNG here. We need to take damage before the first job to do a cutscene skip. So the fastest way to do that is with this fire here.
Yes, there are 3 different guards that can spawn. Flashlight guards, which are usually down at street level. And then there are 2 different types of guards that you can look out for setting up the cutscene skip. One is very slow and the other one is very fast. And we got 2 very slow guards, so we take damage with the fire.
Yeah, and here's the one, the only Black Spot Pete, also known as Musta Täplä Pete in Finnish.
There he is, man of the hour.
Unfortunately, we won't get to hear him talk just yet, because we're gonna do a full cutscene skip now. I get this guy down here, and then die as we enter the cutscene trigger. Hello. Okay, nice. Oh,
Oh,
okay then, well, let's try to keep that to go.
somehow that missed, apparently.
Yeah, surprised myself as well.
We
Now I
just
have to
have
take damage
to-
4 times. Here.
Because the game, if you die, the game has a mechanic which kind of makes the thing a lot easier, or the game a lot easier by reducing the amount of damage you take.
Okay, fuck
Also-
it.
Okay. Guard decided to die. Oh well.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get him talking, I guess. We won't get to hear the GIF voice line just yet, that'll be later on. Ja totta tosiaan.
Eikö tästä voisi keskustella?
And as I'm sure you can notice, this cutscene is quite lengthy, so it's quite unfortunate we don't get to skip it. But yeah, we're just gonna have a nice time with Black Spot Pete, and now we're up on the rooftops, just talking about our game plan.
Yeah.
Todellinen päivänsäde tuo mustatäplä Pete.
I suppose we could also kind of mention or touch on languages. English, very
Mitä
very
Timille
slow.
sitten tapahtui?
Finnish, not much better, but faster than English.
Yep.
The fastest language for this specific
Tää on
episode is
viimeinen
Dutch.
merirosvokaupunki,
That
joten heidän on
saves
oltava
a
täällä.
minute, probably, like around a minute
Yeah.
in this episode, and across the full game it's like 6 minutes. It's a lot of time.
Kestäisiköhän
But we're playing in
puupää
Finnish for the
ankkurin
culture, of
iskua?
course. So
Yeah,
gotta
I have 4
appreciate-
plays in this episode in Finnish, even.
Yep, impressive. So this is Stone Jake. We are going to just lure him to the anchor. Kind of a scary health to be at, but hopefully Baconman is good at dodging these cannonballs. We just need to lure him over to the anchor over here and crush him instantly. I think actually, because you're at low health, it could be worth to death abuse right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. We.
Woohoo! Then
I don't know.
that'll take us much closer to the checkpoint. As you can see right here.
Oh,
There it
cool.
is.
I didn't even know that.
Yep. Nice little backup to save you.
Cool.
Puujalka? Ihan tosi.
I'll just have to check
Eikö
damage
se ole
from, I
vähän
guess, 2 bolts
kyllä?
during the follow section.
That would be about right, yeah.
Mä hoitelen heidät
So
yhden
now our
kerrallaan.
next objective here
Eiköhän
is
se
to
siitä.
pickpocket this guy's peg leg. We need to silently kill these guards, nice and efficiently, and Baconman is just going to start pickpocketing until his leg falls off and we grab it. Because of course we can.
Yep.
There it is. And now our next phase, the next part of this job, we're going to try and steal a hat from a guy on top of the ship. The fastest way to get on top of the ship is just go up this catapult here. And it looks like good old Ned decided to be friendly and spawn. Sometimes he can spawn on the kind of like bottom of the boat. Sometimes he can actually clip through the boat and just won't spawn, requiring you to death abuse. And most of the time you just get to see him and chase him about. So we just need to chase him to the end. While Baconman's doing that, we're going to be trying to take some damage. Twitchy Ned is going to kind of release some boat traps on us. And we can just damage abuse with that to set up for another cutscene skip, which is actually the same. Oh, that's interesting.
Okay.
This game's noob mode mechanics are weird.
Yeah, well, alright then. Also, another thing to mention is that I played Sly 1 on the PS2 version, while this game is on the remastered PS3 version.
Yep, the remaster version is a lot faster, mainly because the game generally runs faster, and also reset times are quite fast, and a bunch of things just make the PS3 version really convenient.
Yeah.
And a lot faster. So in here, Baconman's going to take some damage in the water, and here's the end of the chase.
Okay, good. I have Notepad open. Nice.
Yeah, Baconman has to get Notepad ready here because we are going to do the good old Pirate Talk. Pirate Talk is essentially just a memory game, so we're going to see how well Baconman does here. But first we gotta get the cutscene skip. Let's see. It's exactly the same as the one we just did, but a lot tighter, so we'll see how well that goes.
Yeah, we gotta get our camera in a specific way so that guard spawns. Yes. Okay, well.
Or not.
There he is.
Yeah.
Backups. Disguise and then. Nice.
There we go.
And that's the way it's supposed to go.
Lay dead in front of Pete. And I'm gonna let Baconman kind of focus here, but this is kind of a big memory game. There are patterns, but this is a memory game.
Kirpun kokoinen, simpukkakielinen,
There's the line.
ankkurikallo.
He said the line.
Hei, kirpukkojen höpisevä, hylätty, rimpukellinen, kierrosilmäinen, kiero, ankkurikallo, tässä tapauksessa Clinton. And he will say tosiaan once more, since he said it first there.
Kiero, säkillinen toukkija.
Just pause the chance for it.
Mutta mun mielestä sä olet tyhmä, keripukkinen, kuuraaja.
Mä katsoin selkeä pussuksennosta.
Sä olet hölmö, kotiloselkäinen, pussi oksennusta.
Ha! Kirroilet kuin kakara. Se
Okay, just gonna love the finished job of this game. It's amazing.
Legendary.
Vai niin, sä olet sieltä löyhkäävä, ankannokkainen,
There's again.
lehmänjäjä.
Totta tosiaan, mutta sä olet aivoton, keltamaksainen.
Sieltä vaivoton, mäkivä, ankanokkainen, keltamaksainen, kissankasvuinen, lehmän, lanta, haakiero. Alright, that should be good.
Nice.
Sä olet määkivä, kissan kasvoinen, valaanpieni.
Hän on reidan haastaja T.
Sehän on
There we go.
riidanhaastaja Tim. Anteeksi.
So that is basically just a memory game. A lot of runners use kind of notepads, just note down everything, and it's a bit hard when the optimal language is Dutch and you have no idea how to speak the language you're playing in.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the Japanese version is very slow and the Korean version is very, very slow. Otherwise, this would be a lot harder.
Yeah.
So now we're just here talking to Pete for a minute, kind of catching up as we're disguised as Cantankerous Tim, his old crewmate. So we're just kind of waiting for this dialogue to end now. It's about a minute and a half. It's quite a long talk.
Mutta mä hävisin kaljuunan korttipelissä, toveri. Mikä pahinta, kartan varasti se kauhea kapteeni.
So, reminder everyone, we are raising money for Save the Children, one for organisation that does a lot of good for children worldwide. Exclamation mark donate if you'd like to donate, and exclamation mark schedule if you'd like to see all the runs that are coming up.
Yes, do that.
Absolutely.
Sieltä löydät kartan ja kuolemasikin. Jos haluat aarteen
Almost there.
menet yksin. Mun seikkailut on seikkailtu.
Kiitos Pete, sä oot ollut hyvä ystävä.
Niin, ja sä oot yhä luiseva, haiseva, karvakourainen mudan tonkija.
Alright, that's our first job done, and there's another cutscene, but thankfully we can actually reset the game to skip that long slideshow cutscene.
Yes.
Resetting the game is pretty fast. We can see Baconman just quit out of the game and enter immediately back in. The startup sequence takes quite a while in Sly 3, but it's still a lot faster than waiting for the cutscene.
Yeah. I have a pretty optimal PS3 setup for this, so yeah, I have my reset times are faster than every like cutscene I can reset over. And yeah, there are differences in PS3 models. It's interesting.
Unlike the PS2, like we talked about in Sly 1, older is a lot faster, so that makes it kind of tricky to find a specific model to run Sly 2 and 3 on, but it does add up quite a bit of time to the run, especially in full game.
Yeah, I just got lucky with my friend having one in his closet randomly.
Awesome. So now we are playing as Bentley. Bentley is in a wheelchair, as opposed to Sly 1 when he was just in a seat. Now he's upgraded to wheelchair. And this is Dynamic Duo. This has a whole host of different skips, but before all that, another long cutscene. You might notice a pattern with the Sly 3 and the lengthy cutscenes.
Yeah, that's a lot what amounts to this run being, any episode run being 6 hours long.
Yep. There's some cute dialogue here about, being jealous or whatever. I kind of forgot the lore of the game, but yeah.
We this game.
Yep. We launch our hover spectrometer all around this thing, and the guard gets, oh wow, and the guard gets scared and is like, oh wow, what is this? And then shoots it, and then we have to go fix it.
Pretty much. Luckily, Penelope's RC car has the same database as these things, so we can collect them with an RC car.
How fortunate.
Yeah.
So now we get to control the RC car, our beloved character of Sly 3. The RC car. So we gotta collect 7 fragments of the disc that just exploded, and that's pretty much it. I guess I could talk about some funny stuff with the RC car. Here's a fun one I've been researching, and by researching I mean I just kind of know this. There is a challenge in this game involving the RC car called Road Rage, and I know there's also a Simpsons game called Road Rage, and that is a treat to speedrun, from what I've heard.
There we go.
That works.
Oh yeah, Road Rage Hundo. Nice, 8-hour long drive back and forth.
Beautiful.
Actually no, it's 6 hours long, drive back and forth, 30-minute break. Not even kidding. There's a 30-minute break where you just wait.
Incredible. Anyways, here is the next part of Dynamic Duo. This is our first cutscene skip of the job. Baconman's going to throw a trigger bomb and also line up a normal bomb. So he's going to kill himself with the trigger bomb and miss the cutscene skip.
Oh, it's justified.
Intended.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. So the objective here is to start the kind of death fade out animation as the cutscene starts, so that you can skip the cutscene. There we go. So now we just go back to the checkpoint and the cutscene is just not there anymore. And we're going to be doing another one similar when we climb up the thingy that we're climbing up. There we go.
And a fun thing you can do with Bentley is bomb boosting, where you can keep your current momentum mid-air if you just jump and throw the bomb at the same time.
Yep, absolutely fun, especially with a optional gadget that you can buy called Adrenaline Burst, which gives you a lot of speed, and you can tie that with a bomb boost to get even more distance with your Adrenaline Burst. So here Baconman's setting up for the second cutscene skip. He's going to drop a bomb here so that the cutscene spawns, and then he's just going to kill himself in the cutscene trigger. And that just skips it nice and simple. Very easy setup for that one.
Okay, that guy is fast asleep. Yep. There we go.
There we go. So now so that's just kind of an interesting dialogue skip. We enter the grapple cam, which has the ability to distract guards. We just spam the distract button and it skips through all of Penelope's dialogue. There's supposed to be a countdown to press the button at the same time, but you can just skip all of that dialogue.
Oh yeah.
Mä haluaisin jäädä tutkimaan tätä kirstoa, jos se vaan sopii.
Selvä se, mä palaan pian.
This next part has an interesting skip which works for reasons.
Yeah, the thing with this is that I know a lot about this series, and I know, like, you can kind of roughly guess how stuff works. Like in Slide 2, in the last part of Slide 2, you go to the center of the map and just pick up the keys and complete the job. That has a reasonable explanation. This does not. We don't know why this just works, but apparently we're gonna see after this cutscene and after a long escort sequence, we're just gonna see a skip that just kind of works. I don't know. Just hold tight. So the objective,
Just like that.
yeah. So the objective here is to guide Penelope. She is currently blind by the blinded dust. So we have to lower the bridges and get to Penelope and lure her all the way back here to the safe house. We'll be doing most of that, and then at the end we're just gonna do something that just works. So this is the grapple cam. You can see a very intuitive control set. You grapple everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Makes it kind of difficult. And now we have a cannon or a turret attachment. So we shoot down this thing, which lowers the bridges, and now we can get Penelope over with bird noises.
Yep. Because the guards won't think about anything when they hear bird noises.
Absolutely not. There we go. So we lure Penelope down here, and you can kind of get the gist of how this works. The casual or the intended route is to go to the left and go all the way around to climb on top of the safe house and get Penelope over here. Optionally, you can stand at this really specific spot, and Penelope just teleports above you.
Yep.
Just kind of works.
And then you can shoot her into the trigger.
Incredible job.
Indeed.
Ei hätää. Mennään
Teleports
sisään
above
ja
you instead of
varmistetaan,
behind you.
ettei pöly aiheuttanut muuta.
Oh yeah, that's that job done with.
Very nice. So now we have the next job, which is Jolly Boat of Destruction, where we get to play as Murray for a little bit. We gotta get to the job trigger, and then we're gonna row a jolly boat and destroy stuff. Good old Murray stuff.
Yeah, American roll, by the way.
Yeah, Murray rolling is the fastest form of movement, or like the fastest form of movement you can get as kind of base Murray without any upgrades. And mashing square just makes you roll a lot faster compared to just rolling or even running. So we tend to roll a lot as a Murray.
Yeah.
voisi mosauttaa. Älä niistä murehdi. Me ehditään kyllä karkuun ennen kuin merirosvot soutaa tuonne asti. Sitä paitsi...
Although Bentley and Sly both have faster movement options with additional gadgets. However, additional gadgets are not allowed in episode runs.
Sä sen sanoit. Hoitele satamapartio. Niin kukaan ei voi ajaa meitä takaa, kun me omitaan paatti. Sly taisi
They use a
saada
jolly
jollain
boat.
irti.
It's fast, but it could be even faster if this game was played on a lower FPS.
Yeah, for whatever reason, if you play the game at lower frame rate, this boat can go much faster. I think you're playing in 60 FPS now?
Yep.
Yep, so 60 FPS is the standard speed. If you play on PAL, you can change to 50 FPS and you can go slightly faster. And if you play on the PS2 version, there's a mode called the 3D mode, which forces you at 30 frames per second, and then the boat goes extremely fast.
Oh yeah.
So that was the first part. We destroyed the rudders of these ships for some reason. I think we're trying to lower defenses or something, I don't know. But the second part of the job involves ramming into these enemy boats and shooting them and sinking them. So we're going to see Baconman do a nice performance of this. Hopefully, nothing too disastrous happens. They all have kind of set swimming patterns, so if it gets out of hand, there's usually good routes to take. Baconman's actually going to fire before he bonks onto the guards. You need to bonk onto them to knock off armor. So if you just shoot the cannonball and then bonk him and then the cannonball hits him, that's pretty speedy.
Yep,
That-
that's speedy.
That was good.
Also, Murray Foster wasn't there.
Yep, for whatever reason.
And there's a big boat now.
And we're going to take down the big boat.
Kaikella on heikko kohta. Kato sen mastoa. Sitä on paikkailtu jo jonkin aikaa.
Totta, Sly! Toi masto kaatuu meidän mahtimme edessä. Oli niillä tykkejä 1 tai 2. Me pannaan paremmaks.
Mä en ole nynny, mutta me voitaisiin väistellä kuulia.
Tai
Let's put out some cannonballs.
sekin toimii.
Destroy the big boat. Yes, let's go. Nice.
Very nice. And that's the boat sunk.
Mahtava voimapari iskee taas.
That is this job done with.
Ilman sun soutelua me oltaisiin kalan ruoka.
Kun te kaverit lopetatte kuhertelun, tavataan piilopaikassa. Jotain rajaa.
So now on to the next job, which is going to be X marks the spot. It's quite a lengthy split, and it's a job with a lot of different components. We're going to be introduced to a key one soon, which is the pirate ship. But first, we have to actually steal the pirate ship. So that's what this job is, or the first part of the job is.
Okei, Sly. Päätapahtuman aika.
Mä oon odottanut tätä. Joka varas uneksii varastavansa kerran merirosvolaivan.
This
Mä en
job
tiedä,
is
mikä
the
siellä
one where
on, mutta se on
afterwards
kuin
this
miehuuskoe.
whole episode
Tästä tulee
like
mahtavaa.
really just
Koska nouset
like
laivaan
goes in a different way.
haluat ehkä intoilla ääneti.
The first half of the episode is pretty standard, and then the second half is a lot of sailing the seven seas.
Mhm.
Älä nyt Kamu, sä puhut mulle.
Pretty
Mulla on
unique
4.
mechanic,
asteen
and we're
musta
going to
vyö
see
näissä
just how
jutuissa.
nice that mechanic is, and how stressful it can be sometimes, especially in one of the jobs where we have to battle a lot of enemy ships. but we'll get to that. But for now, we're gonna steal our lovely pirate ship. First, we gotta row over there with the jolly boat, our beloved.
Oh yeah. Fun fact, there's like a rubber paddle boat in this game that has more health than this jolly boat.
Hoitele nuo tyypit
Mhm.
ja tosi ääneti.
It's also substantially slower.
That's you.
So we have to silently kill all these guards. These guards actually have a kind of like better hearing than normal guards. We're gonna set up for a cutscene skip here,
Easy.
where we fail the job and knock out the last guard.
Selvän teki.
And there you go. Very simple. For a very long cutscene.
Komennat. Ohjaa laivaa vasemmalle
yeah.
pitämällä alhaalla L2-näppäintä ja oikealle pitämällä
So now we gotta sail out, and you can kind of explore now with the boat and kind of get the core mechanics. There are cannons off to our side. We get to fire those cannons if we wish to, and we control the boat in the most efficient way possible. The boat always moves forward, and you use L2 and R2 to move the boat left and right.
kantamalta. Loistavaa. Me selvittiin avovesille.
Great control set, and that also applies right here in this fashion of moving the boat.
Fly. Jatka laivan ohjaamista L2 ja R2
Basically,
näppäimillä.
L2 and R2 move the boat. Everything else opens the map.
Jatkuvasti säilytä sopiva
Incredible
kulma
control
tuulen
set.
yli, tai emme pääse mihinkään.
And even on the PlayStation Vita, the rear touchpad opens the map even.
Niin voit tarkistaa sijaintisi siitä.
Fun fact.
Amazing, honestly.
Oh yeah. You normally open the map to see where you need to go, but of course we already know where to go, so we don't need to do that. Although it is sometimes kind of hard to know where you're at, but there's some islands here that'll let you know. Like over here, I'm gonna do it like this. And then here's this guy.
Yeah, this is our first ship fight. This is a mandatory kind of tutorial fight. If we hit the enemy ship from behind or in front, it will take triple damage. So we're gonna kind of line up the shot here.
Ah, that was bad.
Oh, he turned right at the last moment.
Yeah. Now I'm. Yes.
Hmm.
It's going as planned. Okay, he's turning again. That should be fine. Yep, that's good.
Nice.
Okay. Works. Not optimal, but it works.
Ohjaa vihollislaivan rinnalle ja hyppää kyytiin. Siellä on taatusti aarteita. Vaihtoehtoisesti voit ampua vielä yhden täyspainallisen.
I might get a bit stuck here. Oh yeah. Okay, there we go.
If you sail too close to an island, you can get kind of stuck on, like, I guess, the rocks under the seabed, and it can be really annoying to maneuver out of them. But luckily that one wasn't too bad at all. Optimally you would just enter the job trigger right away, but it's kind of to hit. So now we're on the treasure island. We're going to use our brand new treasure map that we got at some point. I think we got it at Dynamic Duo, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think that's the part of the story.
Yeah, so we're going to use our treasure map and we're going to read some very awesome clues. And they're all set, so we just kind of know where to go. We don't really need to read the hints that they give us, but I don't know, if you can read Finnish, then enjoy the hints, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's go really fast. Fuck. I forgot how to read Finnish. Okay, what is happening? It's 12. Okay.
That was 11.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Hyvä! Jos sä joudut poistumaan karttatilasta karttatilassa, sä voit katsoa ympärillesi oikealla analogisella sauvalla. Siitä voi olla apua etsiessäsi vihjeen
Oh, that was 15. God damn it. Why am I this bad at maths?
Näyttää siltä, että joudut poistumaan karttatilasta ratkaistaaksesi vihjeen.
There we go.
Kolme palmua
There we go.
oikealla analogisella sauvalla. Iso isä,
and get ready for another super long cutscene.
Woohoo! This one I think is the longest cutscene that ends the job. So, in the category that we call all jobs, where we kind of replay every single job in a row, it's optimal to end off with this one because this end cutscene is really long and timing ends on loss of control. So
Yes.
we gotta just sit through this nice, I think 2.5 minute cutscene.
Niin monimutkaiset. Isoisäsi oli taiteilija.
Yeah, you can kind of see the pattern here that this is the cutscenes in this game are pretty lengthy. Thankfully, we got a lot of cutscene skips. Otherwise, it'll just be even longer.
Oh yeah. But yeah, here's Lafui, the big bad guy of this episode.
This isn't Pete.
Yeah, Blackspot Pete is not in fact the big bad guy of this episode,
Päästä Penelope, me voidaan sopia asiasta.
unfortunately.
Penelope on tytön nimi. Söpö kuin sonetti. Ja kuinka makeaa onkaan tytön
Understandable.
hiusten tuoksu. Mä tetään tätä manttia. Ei, hän satuttaa Penelopea. Hän on tappaja. Niin, sä löysit oikean sanan. Tappaja. Painukaa
Yeah, also, the reason that we even came to this island and did all this stuff was for
Meillä ei ole
Dimitri.
vaihtoehtojakaan, mut kaikki takaisin
we
laivaan.
yeah.
had in episode 3 we kinda did a favor. He did a favor for us, so now we gotta repay him, and we gonna do this.
Penelope. Pysy hengissä. Me
And
pelastetaan
now
sut.
Penelope is captured by Lafui, and we gotta get her back.
Ja mä uskon, että teitä
Quite a complicated episode. A complicated string of events to get here.
Indeed.
And now that cutscene's over. Are you guys ready for another minute cutscene? No, you aren't, because we're going to reset the game.
Mm. But luckily, these next few have shorter cutscenes in them.
Oh yeah, much shorter. The second half of episode 5 is quite a bit of gameplay actually. Despite what you've seen here, where we've just watched a lot of cutscenes, you actually get some exciting gameplay, and it can be really kind of stressful, especially since this is one of the last episodes of the Any Percent run. So we'll see how well this goes. I actually forgotten the job order. What's the next job?
Crusher from the depths.
Ah yes, Crusher, our beloved.
Mhm.
And we're back in the game. So now you can see we are now out on the 7 seas. We are no longer in the main hub world, and we gotta just navigate the rest of the episode all across the seas.
Indeed. There are some pretty cool ship fights you could do along the way, but those are super slow.
Mm-hmm. They
Rather
can be
just-
kind of annoying because if you get too close to them, then they'll automatically trigger a fight. Most of them are optional. You can see at the bottom right of the game, you're gonna see a lot of prompts to press the circle button to start a fight. But if you get too close, then the fight automatically starts. So it can be really tight avoiding these guys sometimes.
Yeah. But the job should be around here somewhere. There it is.
Woohoo! Into the thick fog we go.
Hirviön pitäisi asustaa näissä
The very
syvissä,
high frame rate
tussaisissa
fog.
vesissä. Pitäkää
Oh, yeah.
silmät auki.
Sori Bentley, mä en näe mitään tässä sumussa.
Yeah,
Merihirviö on
there's
täällä,
a
me ei
sea
voida
monster
löytää sitä
over here
mitenkään.
somewhere.
Meidän on löydettävä se ja selvitettävä, miksi
And we're gonna find out
merirosvot
why the pirates are
pelkäävät
afraid
sitä.
of it.
Pandakunkku, onko sulla ilotulitteita, joista saataisiin vähän valoa?
Oh yeah, by the
Se
way, if you watch Sly 1,
helpottaisi
here's the Panda King
havaitsemista.
again.
Ne eivät
Oh yeah, there he
palaa
is.
pitkään.
We beat him up, and now he's part of our team.
Yes, that happened.
That's not exactly the sequence of events, but you know, there's a whole game and 4 episodes gap between that and Sly 1, so
Yeah.
we can just make up the story as we go along.
Mm-hmm.
Okei, jotain tällaista mä tarkoitinkin.
Se merihirviö hyökkää. Mene
Hey, the
kanne
Panda King
alle
can speak
ja
Finnish now.
rauhoittele mua.
Yep.
Minä kohtaan Olion taiteellisilla ilotulitteilla.
Yeah, we
Jos
need.
tarvitset
Did we
lisävoimia,
even hear the
huuda,
panicking
mä tulen
even
apuun.
speak English ever?
He says his attacks in like the first phase, and then you just scare him off for the rest.
Oh yeah, he says fiery wheel at least like once or twice.
Very moving dialogue in Sly 1.
We see good RNG here with these tentacles.
So Baconman has to knock down some tentacles using these fireworks that we somehow made as a weapon, and that somehow the panicking can target. Here's a fun little thing. You might notice when Baconman is holding L1 to charge up the fireworks, the HUD is not aligned. They forgot to align the HUD from the PS2 version, so it's just really off-center and off to the left.
Yeah.
This game has a bunch of really weird things with the remaster ports, specifically this one. Sly 1 and 2 aren't that bad. This one has some glaring issues that they did not fix, but it still runs pretty good. So we get to knock out the Crusher here and onto the next phase, which is I believe the tentacles. Yep. So these tentacles are going to stick to the ship, and we want to avoid that before our ship sinks too much. It just involves a lot of quick thinking and a quick aiming, a bit of RNG, because if you're too bad with it, then you can just get very overwhelmed by one side. But we can see Baconman doing a nice job. Also, you don't also have the fireworks as at your disposal. You can also do this flaming chop move and hit the tentacles that way. Panicking is quite a versatile character. It's a shame we only play as him like 3 times in the entire game.
Yeah.
And here's the Crusher again.
Wow.
Nouse ja
Now we shoot it again.
rangaista sinua.
This
Do
time he can
practically the same thing.
attack. This time he can attack like that. I somehow dodged almost. Wow. I think it's like faster to shoot the tentacles before they hit you, but I don't know.
I don't know either. This is one of the few. This is like one of the few parts of the game that I have no clue what really works and what really doesn't.
You can dodge them as well, like that.
Arkautus. Kauniilla ilotulitteillani minä.
And now the Panic's fireworks are no more. They're gone.
Cooper, tarvitsen
So
nyt
now it's time to
apua.
control the funny raccoon man.
Tässä ollaan, mikä on tilanne?
Suojele alusta, kun menen kannen alle tekemään lisää raketteja.
Selvä se. Seurasitko taistelua, Bentley? Murskaaja on varmasti jo viimeisillään.
And here's the
Mitä
Crusher,
sillä voisi
phase
olla jäljellä?
5 I think now.
There's a lot of faces. So now the objective here is we have to whack the tentacles so that they actually stick, as opposed to like 2 minutes ago when we didn't want them to stick. Now we actually want them to stick. So for this first part, we need to hit 3 of them, 3 tentacles, and that will lure the Crusher over to us, to which we then just deliver a cannonball straight to his eyes. So now we just
Ow.
need to hit. Ouch. Very pain. So now we need to hit 4 tentacles here, and if you're too fast, then the cannons won't actually be able to reload in time. But that happens when you're
Okay.
really fast. Or you can optionally just miss, I guess. That can happen.
Yes.
Yes, we're doing an extra phase to the fight
Must be fun.
for the culture.
This time let's jump this. There.
Woohoo.
Won't make that. Okay, let's wait around here now. And there we go.
Ooh. So now the Crusher is very much weakened, and now we're recruiting him to our team somehow. Here's the Guru. The Guru has amazing abilities. I don't get to play as him in this episode, but in terms of the lore, we can actually control this monster now. So the Guru is gonna just strut his stuff here, and we may see Crusher maybe a little bit later on. We'll see.
Oh yeah, and the Guru's Australian, so that's how Australians speak.
Ole vain varovainen. Mitä
Yep,
hän yrittää tehdä?
that is their language.
Hankia meille uuden liittolaisen.
I'm sure Catherine can translate for us. Darn.
Mestari, älä
And there goes the
jätä
Guru.
meitä.
Alright, that's Crusher and the Depths done. Now our next job is going to be Battle on the High Seas. An RNG nightmare in almost every way.
Indeed.
So for episode runs, we just need to focus on defeating the ships. The ships can turn in all sorts of directions and a million things can happen. There's an extra thing with any percent, because we need to collect a lot of coins in any percent. Coins will let us buy gadgets that make the run a lot faster. The problem is, the coins that you get from battling ships is random. So you could get really high coin rolls, or you could get really low coin rolls. So that's just an extra thing for any percent.
Lähestymme yhtä punapurjeen klaanin alusta.
Where's
Miehet
Sly?
asemiin.
Okay, over here from mission.
Hienoa.
Oh,
Saimme
I've
houkuteltua
never
yhden
seen
edelleen
that.
laivastosta.
Yeah, that was weird.
Vallatkaa vihollislaiva. Kun se
The first one's lined up nice for a critical hit. Very, very nice. And we need to capture the first ship, so we need to land on the enemy ship and defeat the captain, and we can get our... I think we get the Red Sea chart or something.
Yeah, something like that.
As you can tell, we don't know the lore of this game.
Voitele punapurjeen kapteeni, niin hänen miehistönsä antautuu varmasti.
I want to do the spinning moves because these guys can block your normal hits. And also jump off constantly. That too. There we go.
Very nice.
And yeah. 203 now. If it is a full game run, that would be a super low roll.
That would be a miserable low. The lowest you can get from that is 200, and we just got 203. The highest you can get is like 400.
Yep. Also, a good flag.
Oh, look at that. I love lag in my speed game.
Valmistautukaa kamut. Taistelupaikka lähestyy.
Alright, 3 against 1. Let's
Niitä
go.
on 3 yhtä vastaan.
Ooh,
Sä pystyt siihen.
There goes
Sly.
1, and there goes 2.
Strategisesti, niin korjaamme voiton.
very nice.
And there
Upea
is the
osuma.
third one. And this phase is pretty consistent still. The last one is really the inconsistent one. With 4 of these guys. Like this is easy.
So now we don't actually have to capture the ship, we can just sink it with another cannonball a lot faster, but that makes our coin rolls a lot shorter.
Yeah, we're gonna go this way for the next phase. I am just happy this is in the full game run right now.
Yep. These coin rolls are not being nice, but thankfully it doesn't matter.
Turn down here. You see, there you saw the map, real quick like.
Yeah, usually if you do have to use the map to guide yourself, you can just look at it for a split second and know the general direction.
Alright,
Baconman.
4 against 1.
Pysy tarkkana.
Baconman here just knows the 7 seas apparently.
Tulee kova.
Yep.
Kaboom!
Very fast first 2 ships there.
Dimitri's having fun. Alright, this one should be good. Nice.
Oh yeah!
And this one would be as good. Miss. Alright, decent.
Not too bad. Am I not bad? That was actually really, really good.
Mhm.
So we just
Whee!
deliver the cannonball to the last ship, and now we're finished with this job. Miserable coin rolls, of course.
Se oli punapurjeen klaanin viimeinen laiva. Nyt meidän
And there's only 2 more jobs remaining in this episode.
Mhm. Our next job is deep sea danger, which will require us to go scubaing underwater. So we gotta load the game because that takes us a lot closer to the job trigger. And we get to play as everyone's favorite character, Dimitri. So we're gonna just sail over and we get to see our good old comrade just waiting for us, and we get to explore the deep ocean.
Yeah, Dimitri is great in any language. Just listen to his dialogue in slide 2 and slide 3.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like seriously, any language I've heard him in, he's been great. Even in Korean that I can't understand. Oh hell yeah!
So we've got a £4.60 donation from Ellie, who says, "Gotta go fast, smiley face." Thank you, Ellie, for the £4.60 donation.
Oh, that way. Okay. We.
And now we get to hear the lovely dialogue of Dimitri in Finnish.
Indeed.
It's something I rarely hear, so I'm gonna enjoy this one.
Nice.
Olemme laivan hylyn lähellä. Pudota ankkuri rannan lähelle. Onko kaikki valmista? Varusteet on. Uimapuku on ja menomehua riittää loputtomiin. Kaikki on
valmista menoon.
Siisti, Isukki! Mitä jos veisit kamasi meren pohjaan ja ryhtyisit sukeltamaan? Silleen sukkelaan! Voihan sitä yrittää, mutta sinä et ikinä kykene minun tyyliini. Se on kuin savua. Siitä ei saa otetta ja sitä on kaikkialla, mutta oli mitä noin
Dimitri style is like smoke.
Sinulla on oma tyylisi. No niin.
You can't grab it and it's everywhere.
Tavoite on riutan takana.
No, I don't understand it either.
Lisää tällaisia tykin tehostekaulureita. Siirrämme laivan hylyn päälle ja laskemme korin, johon voit kerätä niitä. Selvä, veliseni. Kerään kaulurit korin koristeeksi tuossa tuokiossa. Siisti! Hei, mähän voisin päivittää
And this is
uimalasisi
one job where in the PS2
supersoftimonilla.
version you could
Näkisit
use 3D
lait
moding.
paremmin.
Ah, 3D mode, our beloved.
Mm.
Faster in the most niche case scenario ever, otherwise it just makes the game 30 FPS and a little bit harder. So we wait outside this cave mouth until the dialogue ends so that we don't, so that the trigger actually spawns in. And we gotta go out into the very deep ocean to skip another piece of dialogue. And we're gonna be collecting these blast collars all around the seabed. See Baconman just doing a nice job swimming back and forth with the strafe mode, I think it's called. You gotta collect 6 of these bad boys and then collect 2 little fishes at the bottom, at the very bottom. And then we get into the hammerhead section.
Come on. There we go.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of sharks that want to eat us alive. Very
Oh,
fun.
yeah. grab it, thank you.
Täydellistä! Me kiskotaan tavarat ylös. Sitten toinen vaihe. Jotta pystymme
Yep.
hyödyntämään
Yes, you won.
tehostekaulureita, ruutia pitää vahvistaa
Yes.
jauhetuilla vasarahaiden ruodoilla.
This is a very fun part of the job. We have to locate these very tiny fish and try and grab them.
Varaudu uimaan
And they are also quite fast.
Very.
There we go.
And that summons the hammerhead sharks. This is what we need. We can only shoot them straight forward. I think you can shoot them in some other cases, but the casual route is just shoot them in their mouths or something.
You can shoot them anywhere, so I can hit them twice.
Hmm.
There's 4, and then the 5th one is somewhere.
Se on oikea vedenalainen armeija. Enää yksi vasaraha
Oh,
jäljellä.
there it is.
There it is. And that's that job done.
Sama veliseni.
Yes.
Malli ja metodi toi meille reteen merirosvoraudan. Sä oot oikea Cooperin
There's only the operation remaining.
tähti. Me voidaan nyt ottaa mittaa pääkallosta. Katsotaan miten älykäs Lafi on, kun hän saa tykinkuulan päin pläsiä.
For that, reset the game.
Of course, another big slideshow telling us about our big heist of the episode. We're gonna be doing it quite a bit in this job, and there's a nice little cutscene skip towards the end, and a few other weird movement bugs that we can abuse. You get to see the whole juice here in this split.
Oh yeah. Also, cool dialogue options.
Oh yeah, dialogue options. That's the thing.
I actually had to get my notes up to remember them. Square, circle,
Well.
triangle. Cool. Operaatio. Käänteinen petos. Also known as Operation Reverse Crisscross, I think.
And reverse double cross.
Yeah, close enough.
That's the most complicated operation name ever as a kid.
Mhm. I'm a bit too high here. Okay, I was way too high.
Oof. Well, as you can see, just blindly sailing can be a bit hard to measure where exactly you are. You can use the islands as a reference, but then if you're too far off, there's not a lot you can do other than just miserably sail along the edge and
Yeah,
open
and-
the map and look for where to go.
And you can't always take the same path because of the enemy ships here. Just gonna swing it sometimes. Okay, a little higher up. There we go. There it is.
And we're back home. Well, relative home, I guess.
Yeah, back to Bloodbath Bay.
Taisteluasemiin. Kohta
So our
alkaa
first thing
tapahtua.
here is we have to shoot down the Fui, who was our quote-unquote final boss of the episode. I think the Fui ship is technically a bit tougher than other ships, but still, same recipe as defeating any normal ship. Just try and hit him from the front and back to deal extra damage.
Yeah, just like this.
Beautiful.
Lafiin vasta kaatuivat. Aja kylkeen ja hyppää
So now we
katolle.
go ahead and try and insult the Fui as much as possible. This is all part of a really complicated setup to walk off a plank and trick the Fui into thinking we're dead.
Oikeesti, Cooper. Olipa typerää hypätä yli 100
Well,
miehen
mainly just to
keskelle.
reveal Penelope's
Oletko
location
varma,
currently.
että keppisi kestää kaikkien kallojen mätkimistä?
Mä en tiedä teistä kaikista, mutta sun kallosta se selviää
Yeah,
varmasti.
if you saw that last lifeguard over there to the left had a
Ja
Something shiny in his pocket.
mistauksesta kaukana. Te haiskahtaa
The
temppu.
loot.
He had loot.
Pää pystyy miehet. Edellisestä lankulla kävelytyksestä onkin jo aikaa.
He has loot.
Yeah, that just means he has something valuable that you can sell for high money.
Kovin luovalla, Fi.
Very money.
Indeed.
So now we just gotta mash through some dialogue options. We need to really think about how we're gonna aggravate this guy to reveal the location of Penelope, also known as just pressing the same buttons.
Yeah.
Sä olet ehkä nopea vilkkaamaan, mutta kuka piilotti tytön, hä? Minä! Etkä sä löydä häntä koskaan!
And our last dialogue option here.
Mä en pelkää Penelopen puolesta. Hän vapauttaa itsensä aamuun mennessä ja palaa viemään lompakkosi.
Ha! Se laululintu ei pakene koskaan Kallolinnasta!
Alright, so Penelope's in Skull Castle.
Kunnes suostuu rakastamaan minua
That's
vihoistani
what
huolimatta.
Kallolinna means.
Nyt mä päästän
Time to make our way over there.
Sähän se
go.
määrät.
Of course, here's the Jolly Boat once more.
Our favorite character.
Penelope on Kallolinnassa lukkojen takana.
Selvä? Mitä?
Nice coin count.
Pääse pakoon!
Nice.
Info, pojat! Merkkilippumastoon! Tässä tulee sota!
Varo vähän, Möri. Koko kaupunki tähtää meitä. Jätä mut laiturille.
And now to a eventful way all around the Skull Keep, entering from the back, climbing up, right?
Yeah, sure, let's do that.
Yeah. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna do a big jump known as a disguise jump. We have the pirate disguise from earlier equipped. So Baconman is just gonna get at a high point here, and then you'll get to see a extra jump here. Whee! And that just skips a lot of parkour all around the back of the Skull Keep and back up, and we're already here. Would you believe it or not, Sly 3 has long cutscenes, and here is one of them.
Now we tricked us, that's what Penelope after all.
No.
Largest
man of the seven seas.
Luuli jujuttavansa
There he is.
älykkäitä miestä. Tuskin vaan. Yliperämies Jones. Niin,
And that's
sir.
Jones.
Ota
Easier.
lauta parhaita miehiä ja hyökkää Cooperin laivaan. Siellä on taatusti jokunen rotta kyydissä. Mutta sir, älä keskeytä minua.
Basically only two more sections to this job.
Cooperin laiva yrittää avoveteen, sir.
One long auto-scroller and another sword fight.
A very emotional boss fight.
Oh yeah.
Very, very hard, trust me.
But there's still one hard cutscene skip to get.
Oh boy. The Operation cutscene skip. So after this very nice long cutscene, we have a long auto-scroller section, as Baconman already mentioned, and at the end of that, there is a very make-or-break cutscene skip. It saves a lot. It saves like over a minute, I think.
Yeah.
But if you fail it, you have to redo the really long auto-scroller again, depending on how you fail it. If you're too early, that's very bad. If you're too late, then it's not that bad. You just have to watch the 1 minute cutscene. Or I think it's the other way around. I don't know. The point is, it's not good to miss it, so... Here's our good old friend Crusher.
Yep. Murskaaja. And hey, there's the guru again.
Speaking Australian.
Yep.
Samat sanat! Mä keskityn Penelope vapauttamiseen. Hoitele sä kannelle eksyvät merirosvot. Ohjaa
Yes, Bentley, the left and right analog stick. The guru has those.
Ja listaa tyypit R1 ja L1 näppäimillä.
So here is the auto-scroller. We have to kill 80 guards. We also technically have to count 80 guards, but luckily there are queues that happen every 20 guards. Every 20 guards, Bentley will say a dialogue line, and that'll help us keep count. But we just gotta hit 80 of these guys, and on the 80th one, we start the cutscene skip.
Hopefully.
You'll notice that Baconman let the first guard through just so Bentley could take a lot of damage. He is one hit away from death. So if we're just good enough at protecting him, he won't die, which, I mean, in most cases you are. And that's just to set up for the big old cutscene skip. It technically doesn't. Yeah, it technically doesn't even matter if you really like try and hit the guards. You can just spam the buttons like this. It's a lot funnier.
That's probably what everyone always did as a child.
This is what I still do.
Alright, halfway there. 40 done.
Jatka, Kuru! Enää
2 more left
kaksi!
of those lock things.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you can see some invisible barrels here.
Ah, yeah, very transparent barrels. I guess we could start to explain the last bit of the operation. We're at 60 now, so Baconman's gonna keep count. So the last fight is against is Penelope versus Lefouille. It's kind of a very weird fight traditionally, but it gets even weirder in the speedrun. Turns out Penelope has a run button, and if we line up the run button correctly, I missed the cutscene skip, but in a good way. So we just gotta watch the cutscene. It's better than doing this section again.
Yeah.
But yeah. This is the Penelope versus Lefouille fight. Penelope can run, and apparently if you run fast enough, you can just push Lefouille off the battlefield. I guess that's the battlefield. And you can get to see the funny effect of that when we get the fight started here. We gotta get through some emotional trauma and, you know, fight.
Yeah.
Kilpikonnan ei kosketa, paitsi mä.
Merirosvokukkani kukkii lopultakin, mutta sä valitset tän ramman yli 7 meren.
I have a question. Who found out that Penelope has a run button?
Pidän älykkyydestä.
I think Hexu.
Oh damn, nice.
Kumpi on siis älykkäämpi?
Hexu has found a lot for Sly 2 and 3. He's one of the top dogs of Sly 2, so it would be fitting that he would find something as stupid as this here.
Yeah.
So we need to get some distance from Lefouille here, and then we can just push Lefouille off. Gotta do that for all the phases. Normally you're supposed to just punt him over and just slowly get him off the edge, kind of like that. It depends on what kind of pose Lefouille does. The first one is consistent, the second one is consistent but in the bad way. And this last part here is kind of random, which pose Lefouille will take.
Yeah, and time ends when Lefouille's fall off the boat. Not yet.
That's bad RNG for the first part. Some more bad RNG.
Ota tuosta.
There we go. Time.
Juuri noin.
There we go.
7 meren älykkäin mies.
Slightly above estimate.
Could
Again.
be better. Could be worse.
Yeah. But there we go. Lefouille's dead and we beat him.
Eaten by all the sharks.
Oma neromme veti
Yes.
Lafita nenästä. Ja hän saavutti
And
muutakin
thanks to
kuin
that we
pelasti
got
toverimme.
Oh.
Dimitri in our gang now.
Hän sai tyttöystävän.
And
As
Bentley
well.
gets a girlfriend.
Yay.
Heidän keskusteluaan oli
Everyone
mukava
wins.
kuunnella,
Yeah.
vaikka niistä ei mitään ymmärtänytkään.
This is the point. This is the part of the
Siitä
run where we
päätellen he
reset the
sopivat
game and we go
toisilleen
into
kuin
the last
valittu.
episode. But you know, we're done. We've done
Dimitri oli
episode
myös
5 like we
rakastunut.
asked for.
Uudet sukellusvarusteet nousivat hänelle päähän. Hän ilmoitti, että hän tulee sukeltajaksi Cooperin
Yeah.
Holvin keikkaan. Ennen kuin
PG.
kukaan ehti edes
Thanks for
pyytää.
the incredible Sly run, Bacon. Or Sly 3 run. Sorry, I should have been more
Ja
specific.
ensimmäistä kertaa mies muisti, Karmelita ei tullut paikalle
We've had a
jahtaamaan
slight change
meitä.
in schedule,
Otan
just as a
lähettää
little
hänelle
note.
postikortin.
Instead of
Olisihan se
Alice
ikävää, jos hän
Madness
tuntisi
after
itsensä
Santa Claus
hylätyksi.
Saves the Earth, it'll be Celeste All Hearts that'll be coming back. And then Crazy Tone Dog will be doing Super Mario 64 All Cups. So slight change to the schedule. We'll just move on to the Santa Claus run now.